Wasn't on my time in my memory. I'm forgetting, baby, and you for me.
Baby, I
Got
had
me
a
feeling
dream.
like this
Got me
every
locked in the
night.
headlock.
Baby,
Got
close
me
your
wanna
eyes
in
every
my block.
night.
Got me
In my
back to
bed,
her
I can't
and
see the
back to
light.
her.
Cause
If
she
it
is
is
that
that
pair,
pair,
baby,
baby,
you
you
and
and
mine.
mine.
Sipping on the time in my memories. What you say? What's up, my pretties? What's up, my lovelies? How y'all doing? Well, now that I know you're doing pretty lovely, let's get into this pretty on me. Let's talk about someone being dirty, like their house is dirty, their car is dirty. Let's talk about it, okay? Because there could be a deeper issue going on, a deeper meaning going on, and I'm here to delve into it. If you're not about that supernatural, if you're not about that deep dive, you might want to leave this life, okay? Or you might be fearing for your life. I'm just playing. All right, so bounce, okay? Yeah. All right. So if you stuck around, I guess you about that life and you want to know the deeper meaning of someone being having a dirty home, a dirty house. Let's get into it. All right. So over the years, I've realized that the supernatural is more natural than the natural at times, right? And that's what it seems like. That's how it appears. So in life, you really don't fool with people that got the dirty house, dirty car, dirty. Like we get that, right? I ain't saying they clothes is dirty. I ain't saying like the outsider. I'm saying like when you go into the car, it might have a few things around cluttered and duttered, or their house, and that's when you like, I ain't going back over there, my guy. I would say this: it could be a deeper meaning, okay? And the saying cleanliness is next to godliness is some truth to that on a literal sense, and we're gonna get deep dive into that, right? Let's see. Let's go to the first one, right? So first of all, okay. First of all, one thing I would say is the fact that people or may have a dirty house at home, some of that could be dealing with the fact that these people are under spiritual attack. That's like one of the main things. Like they're under spiritual attack. I mean, the spirit of oppression, um, depression, rejection. Like they be so tired at the end of the day, they don't want to do nothing but go to bed, go to sleep. They're just literally existing. That don't mean these people are dirty all the time. Don't mean they're bad people. It just means that they have um a spirit of something that could be attacking them, and more than likely it's either generational or sent by somebody else, and it just is what it is. And I've experienced it, and I'm actually in the midst of experiencing it times. Like, but I mean, my house is pretty much it's decent. I mean, it ain't like spicky span my car or whatever. And it was a lot of times I'm like, baby, I'm just here. I'm just glad to be alive. Cause it was just all the warfare spiritually that I was going through that I've since prayed against, come up against, and things are better. But baby, when I tell you, and it wasn't even like I even had a desire to do too much because I'm like, ain't nobody coming around, ain't nobody seeing it but me. But at the same time, like you have to straighten up, you have to clean up because certain entities of darker vibration or darker things come easily around those things that are dirty, cluttered, unkempt, nasty. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of a telltale side of either dark things or around a person, or maybe even somebody has summoned up or brought some dark things against them. Now, true enough, some people have these things in other locations away from their main home dwelling place, and they go there when they do their dark thoughts and dark things. But um, some people that are oppressed, they just don't really have the time to think about it like other people. So what I would say, just pray for these people. Don't necessarily count them out, but just think like these people are lucky to be alive. Because literally, if you can't even pick up a dish, wash the dishes, clean your house, sweep the floor, like really, what time are you on? You really are on somebody else's time, and you wasted your time, and you living on borrowed time at this point. And I feel sorry for those people. It was a time I used to judge people like that. I'm like, wait a minute. But then I realized it could happen to anybody, right? And I've seen it before. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. Because I'm like, who would just want to be around filth, you know? But I realized that it's a lot of underhanded things that you can't see going on in people's lives to reason why they dealing with a lot of stuff they dealing with, a lot of stuff they don't have to deal with. And also, some people who deal with dark things, you also will find that sometimes their dwellings can be dark, nasty, dusty, too. I'm just saying that too because I've realized some people that were on the dark side, allegedly, some of their stuff was dirty than most or cluttered, with this and that because some of the stuff was spilled and cast and all that stuff. It's like, what? But I said that to say this because a lot of times, you see people who have nice homes, spick and span. Sometimes that could be a cover up. Yeah. Sometimes people with kids, they have kids to do these things for them to where it won't look like they're nasty. It won't look like they're dirty because their kids are cleaning up all the house, all the chores, doing this and that, and they're keeping this image like they're spick and span. And I've also heard because I go into the supernatural, I want to learn about it so much because it's really affected my life in ways that I really can't like even put into words, right? It's some stuff you wouldn't even believe me if I told you, right? So I'm not going to even talk about it. But I will say that with that being said, some people who do dwell in dark things, they go to great lengths so they're not found out. So sometimes these people will look the nicest and cleanest. Sometimes these people will talk the sweetest, talk the nicest, and you go in their house and nothing is unkempt, nothing's moved, and you're thinking, oh, this person is this and that. But in reality, this is because they have to go to great lengths for you not to see the bad in them, to think they're a bad person or an evil person, and it's calculated. Everything they do is calculated to the fact that maybe they hire cleaners, or maybe they hire a nanny, or maybe they'll hire, I don't know, a chef, or maybe they'll just hire somebody to clean their clothes because they have money to do it. I don't know, but they have to keep this image up so you won't think otherwise, and that's crazy. But at the same time, I would too if I was a bad person and I had to get people over on people. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, which one's more of a villain? The person who is oppressed and can't help themselves, can't even pick up after themselves because they're going through oppression or generational curses and baggages, because I believe that stuff can be real. Because they said when something is done on somebody in a wicked sense, if it's not followed through, it comes through their family line, and that's what is generation. Because somebody has to, handle their situation. That's what they said. But anyway, or is it the person who is the person doing the thing on people or doing these dark things to get the money, the houses, the cars, and stuff like that? And they have to keep this spicky span image up for people to want to mess with them. Which one is more toxic? And it's not until you get to being involved in who they are that you might see bits and pieces of the viciousness that really dwells within. So be careful and mindful when you talk about people being dirty that has been dirty, because at the end of the day, some of these people may be going through unthinkable things, have experienced things that none of us would even want to dare experience. And just because a person looks all pearly white and put together on the outside doesn't mean that they're not a dirty, hateful, spiteful individual inside, and they go through great lengths to hide it from the world. It's all about a person's character, person's motive, and what's on the inside. But yeah, we're gonna judge. That's just what we do, and especially over here at this house, it's just gonna be what it is. But just be more cautious. Is all I'm saying. We at the Visa. Oh, Visa.